You know, my argument heading into the show, that if SummerSlam was just a good pay-per-view, then it's not good. Because SummerSlam is the second biggest pay-per-view for WWE of the year. So, it needs to be a great show to be considered good. Because if you watch Battleground, and Battleground was what WrestleMania was WrestleMania going to be good? No, it'd be terrible. So, this show needed to be great to extraordinary to reach expectations. And this show was terrible. So, SummerSlam may be the worst pay-per-view of the year by miles. Because it's the second biggest show of the year. And this is the shit show they put on. WrestleMania, at least they were able to put on a good show. This SummerSlam? I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, but it's so awfully bad. And I'm not going to sit here and complain about it for the stupid reasons that Smarks complain about it, because there's dumbass Marks out there. Oh, Shinsuke Nakamura didn't win, and the spoiler said he would win. Why did he not win? Good. Fuck you. Okay, so SummerSlam. The funniest takeaway, I will say, is from the pre-show. Because the pre-show, I didn't watch the pre-show, but I'll just go over the matches for you real quick and tell you what happened. Pre-show, the Hardy Boys teamed up with Kurt Angle's black son, Jason Jordan, against the Miztourage. So let that sink in for a moment. 4 months ago at WrestleMania, the Hardy Boys made a grand return to the company, won the Tag Team Championship in a ladder match, and arguably had the most shocking moment of 2017. Fast forward 4 months later, they're on the SummerSlam pre-show, teaming up with Kurt Angle's black son against the Miztourage. Jeff, you made a mistake. You made a mistake coming here. I didn't watch this. All I know is that Miz pinned Jordan, whatever. The funniest thing about this match is that I think the Hardy Boys actually thought they were in the Impact Zone because the crowd looked like an Impact Zone crowd. Because nobody was able to get into the Barclays Center at like 5 o'clock or whenever this match started. Which, by the way, stop starting pay-per-views at 5 o'clock. Please. It's so stupid. Nobody needs 7 hours of a pay-per-view. Nobody. That doesn't need to exist. So then the next pre-show match was Neville versus Tozawa. Tozawa won the title on Raw, so because he won the title on Raw, he has to lose it to Neville on the pay-per-view. Whatever. Who cares? I don't. Whatever. Then the New Day and the Usos fought each other. I thought this match dragged on forever, so I actually looked at the times. This match was a minute shorter than the main event. Why did this match go on this long? Oh, it was a great match. Whatever. It's the same match they have done for the past 4 months now. Maybe if this was like the first time they did this match, maybe like I would have been like, wow, that was a really good match. I'm glad those guys actually got this match on the pre-show because it was phenomenal to watch. But when it happens 20 times before the pay-per-view, and badly enough, the SmackDown before the pay-per-view, there's so many times you can watch the match and then not give a shit. It's like Randy Orton versus John Cena. You don't want to see it ever again, so why are they still doing it? So then the actual SummerSlam pay-per-view started. Machine Gun Kelly headed us in. Yeah, duh. It started with John Cena and Baron Corbin. Guess what happened in this match? John Cena AA'd Baron Corbin and won. Baron Corbin's a jobber. Good. Make him a jobber. Tummy face. This match shows that, I don't want to say Smarks are smart, but it shows that they don't know what to think. That's what I'll say it as. Because these Smarks are the same people who get behind guys like Finn Balor, fucking Shinsuke Nakamura, fucking Big Cass, all these other dumb assholes on the roster trying to push. Meanwhile, Baron Corbin, they're booing him. Why? Because the general basis across the internet is that he sucks? Fuck, man. He's the same as all the other guys. He has no character. He sucks at wrestling. He's boring to watch. What the fuck is the difference? The funniest thing about this match is when Baron Corbin took his t-shirt off and the crowd started booing. It's because he has a fucking tummy face and he needs to fucking lose weight. Second match was Naomi, Natalya. No story. No reason to care. No fucks given. They went on for like 2 minutes longer than Cena and Corbin did. Why, I don't know. Natalya won the championship. Okay. I think it's kind of too little too late to try and think Natalya is a big threat now. You've been pushing her as a developmental talent. I shouldn't say developmental. Enhancement talent for years now. And now all of a sudden she's supposed to be the champion of SmackDown? Okay, whatever. I think Lana would have been better in this role, but what does my opinion matter, right? Whatever. Natalya's a great wrestler. She's not. She's the same fucking women's wrestler the rest of them are. They all botch. They all do dumb shit. They all have matches that nobody gives a fuck about. Who cares? Third match, I can't even tell you because I can't even think of... Oh, it's Big Show and Big Cass. With Enzo locked above the ring in a shark cage. This was terrible. This was absolutely terrible. And even Sparks can't defend it. Because Enzo came out and literally nobody was reacting to it. He tried doing this stick where he was like, Brooklyn used to have this man. And nobody said anything to when he put the mic up. Nobody reacted. They had no idea what he was talking about. Then Big Cass came out, and God forbid Big Cass isn't going to get a reaction because Big Cass sucks. And then Big Show came out, and even Big Show got no reaction, which I don't agree with because I think Big Show is one of the best people on the roster right now. But God forbid, he's shoved in this feud so devoid of potential and filled with the worst guys ever that not even people can give a shit. People were chanting boring, people were chanting stupid. It's so retarded that they did this match. And then, at the same time, they eliminated the purpose of the shark cage because they had fucking Enzo oil himself up with fucking lube to escape the fucking shark cage. So what the fuck was the point of it? It doesn't matter anyways, because Big Cass still won. So Big Cass was complaining because he wanted Enzo above the shark cage to have a fair match against Big Show. Enzo got out of the shark cage, and Big Cass still kicked the shit out of both of them and won the match. So what the fuck was the point of booking this? What the fuck? Fourth match, I believe, was Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss. Oh, no, it wasn't. Fourth match was the best thing I've seen on the show. And I knew it was going to happen the moment Wow. I don't have words for this, actually. I enjoyed it, but at the same time, it's like, really? This is the guy you're choosing to do this with? So, Randy Orton's making his entrance, and Rusev comes out to attack him before the match can begin. And the ref's like, come on, stop that now. And they finally get him separated. The bell rings. Rusev charges into the barricade like a dumb asshole. Randy moves out of the way, RKO's him, and wins in like 10 seconds. I find this funny because it's another case of, wow, Rusev's a fucking jobber now. But at the same time, Rusev, really? You're pushing guys like Finn Balor, Nakamura, Sami Zayn, Mike Kanellis, but you can't push Rusev? One of the better guys on the fucking roster you're gonna treat like this? Hell, you're giving Chad Gable a fucking better push. Rusev deserves this? Why? What did he do? He's like one of the only heels on this fucking roster. Nobody fucking like cheers for him because he's a good heel at getting booed. So why the fuck did you do this to him? He hasn't won fucking anything this year, I don't think. It's fucking stupid what they're doing with him. I wouldn't be surprised if he fucking leaves the company. You had him fucking campaign for a title shot 3 months ago. Then you ignore the storyline like it never happened. Then he came back, went against Cena for no reason, fought Cena, lost to Cena, then he went against Orton for no reason, and then lost to Orton in 10 seconds. What are you doing with this man? This man should have been world champion last year. Whatever. Then it was Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks. I didn't watch it. I don't care. It's the same match, same bullshit, no story, no reason for happening. Sasha Banks won. Yay. Sasha Banks is a 4-time champion, John! Yeah, and then she'll fucking lose it to Alexa like in 3 weeks. And they'll hot potato with the title for 20 million years because that's what this company knows how to do best with the woman. Until Ronda Rousey comes in and is like, I want a match. And then they're going to act like this women's revolution shit's the biggest thing ever. Whatever. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Then I think it was a tag team match. I think it was Rollins and Ambrose versus Cesaro and Sheamus. It was okay. I didn't have that much of a problem with the match. I will say, I don't like it that they're having Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins do separate entrances. If you're going to have them actually be the Shield, can you actually, like, make them the Shield? Like, can you, like, Make them come out to the Shield entrance. They don't have to have the Shield theme song. Just make them come out together to the Shield entrance, wearing Shield attire. Just, can you please do that? The funniest takeaway of this match is that Cesaro took a beach ball away from those Brooklyn retards and tore it up. Except, it's also a problem because it shows that nobody cares about this match because the story is just, it's plain, it's boring, nobody cares. Rollins and Ambrose won, cool. But once again, can they just please be the Shield? Or does it really have to be the hot dog warrior and I got a vibrator in my briefcase? Can't it be like the awesome Shield? No? Okay, whatever. It's not my show, right? AJ Styles, Shane McMahon, and Kevin Owens. AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon was a special guest referee. Even if you're smart that like enjoys seeing these two wrestlers wrestle, there's no way you could have enjoyed this. Because this match didn't focus around the United States title. It didn't focus around Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. It focused around Shane McMahon being the special guest referee. God forbid. Why? Who the fuck cares? I know I was praising Shane McMahon returning like a year ago. But like, really? They've killed this man. He's no better. He's literally just a cuck. Who's like, I'm doing this for you fans. Well, guess what, Shane? You're not doing the fans any favors by inserting yourself in the middle of a mid-card championship matchup and taking the attention away from two of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Quotes around that, because they're not, but it's Marks. So, who does this help? Like, literally, casual fans don't want to see this because it's happened 20 million times, and Smarks hated it because Shane McMahon took over the whole match, and he's the referee. AJ Styles won. They're still building up the Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. Why? Who knows? Who cares? Oh, by the way, it should be mentioned, they did a storyline a couple weeks ago on Raw where Goldust said the next chapter of his thing was going to be revealed. Nothing was revealed. So, why announce it? You know what I mean? Like, why even do this to Goldust? I actually think Goldust is not that bad. Except you're doing this shit to him, where he just announces shit, and then shit doesn't happen. So what the fuck, man? Why? Jinder Mahal and Nakamura, I believe, is next. I'm hoping I'm missing a match. Okay. Well, this match was bad. Like, I want to try to give credit to Jinder because he carried the match. He should have carried the match because Nakamura can't do anything. All he does is kicks and knees, and I keep bringing this point up, and nobody listens to it. Nakamura has too limited of a moveset in this company to do anything. All he does is kicks knees and he's got that one suplex thing, and that's it. That's why Jinder Mahal and John Cena had to carry matches with him. Hell, Dolph Ziggler carried a match with him. He can't do anything to carry a match. But it was still terrible because Jinder Mahal is not the greatest wrestler of all time, sadly. He's not a good wrestler in general. He's just stale and boring. Nakamura is also stale and boring, so what do you do when you put two stale and boring together? You get a terrible match. And then Jinder Mahal retained, which thank God I'm thankful for because I think Nakamura was pushed way too soon. And if they would have given him the championship here, I think I would have fucking lost my mind. And I remember all these spoiler sites, they were like, oh, Nakamura's going to win championship guaranteed. There's no way it's not happening. So I think those retards are the reason Jinder Mahal won. So thank you, dumbass idiots. Thank you. Thank you for being fucking dumbasses and thinking you know everything. Because you were wrong. Huh? You were wrong. That, or the other theory I have is that Vince McMahon finally walked backstage and he saw Nakamura and he saw the championship and he was like, hey, why is that small guy in my title match? Fucking no. Make Jinder Mahal win that match. But honestly, who cares? Because it's just going to lead to a rematch anyway. Whatever. It's whatever. Then we had the four-way main event. It was Lesnar, Joe, Reigns, and Strowman. Strowman looked the best in this match. I will say that. I will say he looked like a beast towards Brock Lesnar and he looked like he could beat Brock Lesnar. However, here's the issue. The issue is, you try to do this now. Like out of nowhere, out of left field. When for the past 7 months now, Strowman's been a complete jobber on the roster. Fucking he hasn't. Think about this. No, I'm being so real though. He couldn't beat Sami Zayn in 10 minutes. He barely beat Sami Zayn in a last man standing match. He couldn't beat Reigns at Fastlane. He lost the Battle Royal at WrestleMania. He lost the Rumble match. Payback, he only beat Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns was half dead. what was the next pay-per-view? Extreme Rules, he got injured. Great Balls of Fire, Roman Reigns lost the match, but Braun Strowman's still looking stupid because Roman Reigns threw him into the back of the ambulance anyway and fucking destroyed him. And now, you're trying to make it seem like he's the only force to Lesnar? What? Like, if you were gonna do this, could you not have made Braun Strowman just fucking kill everyone for the past 7 months and make it look like believable? No, and he lost to Kalisto in a dumpster match. Jeez, what a great statistic for Braun Strowman. He had a dumpster match with Kalisto and lost. So, whatever. Samoa Joe was a complete afterthought in this match. Not like I give a shit, because Samoa Joe sucks anyway. Roman Reigns, the big dog. I'm glad he took the pinfall here. Because I was almost going to be furious about it. But then I thought about it again, and it makes sense. Because Roman Reigns will build up to his rematch with Lesnar at WrestleMania. Where the story will be he has to fight back to get his win back against Lesnar. So, it makes sense. I totally agree with this ending. And then they'll have one win against each other, and they'll do a rematch again. And then that will be the end of the feud. So I agree with that. I agree with that ending. And then Strowman, like I said, looked the most dominant, except you can't do that with him now because you booked him like a complete jobber for the past 7 months. It's kind of too late to try and do that. And of course, Mark's going to be behind it. Yeah! But they're also only behind it because he's been kicking Roman Reigns' ass for the past 4 months. And by the way, this crowd chanted Roman sucks right after he speared Lesnar into a barricade and they started chanting, "This is awesome!" So take those Mark's opinions for granted with a grain of salt. This match became purely obvious when they took Lesnar out on the stretcher. It was so obvious he was going to come back and return and win, and at that point, you just got taken out of it. The first half was good, and then the second half it was like, well, you know Lesnar's winning now. So, SummerSlam was terrible. Don't go out of your way to watch it. Don't give money to these people. I'm sure you're going to see half of these matches again on Raw tonight. If you want a Destination X review, you can go watch it if you want to. It's a fine 10? It's a fine 2 hours of wrestling. It's not like outright terrible. Jim Cornette came back. What? Jim Cornette came back? Oh.